286 for her next.
Well, look at that. Turbo Tiff, 161.5 for her second attempt. World record territory already.
And to need to put in 290.5 for a second. She wants 300 today.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, 20 kilo jump, wow.
Yeah, I think that's how she trains though. Now Ryan, we have our first one of the day.
Yeah, second attempts, we're already into the world records. And a reminder, there's money on the line for all these records. But of course, it's on your total that you're gonna reach the podium and win it all. And the crowd is behind Tiff.
It's her own record. She wants to add half a kilo to it with one lift remaining.
And Turbo Tiff previously has been a bit of a gunslinger. Sometimes she hits, sometimes she misses, but she's always going all in.
She added many kilos, maybe 20 kilos to total world record in Sun City, which I wonder if she's regretting that now.
Wow. And that looks good from my view. She's done it.
The French know how to grind.
Tiffany Chapon, at the Sheffield Championships earlier in February, resolutely etched her name in the sport even further by becoming the strongest existing pound for pound 47 or 48 kilograms athlete, whether tested, untested, and or equipped. Incredibly, extending her prior pound for pound world record total of 428.5 kilograms, which she set last season at the first staging of the Sheffield Championships by a margin of 3 kilograms. Therefore, resulted in a new extraordinary total world record of 431.5 kilograms, plus matching weighing strength's record of breaking the all-time 47 or 48 kilograms world record, whether tested, untested, and or equipped twice. As such, her triumphant feats in the sport, at current, could arguably qualify her to be placed in any discussions as possibly the greatest 47 or 48 kilograms athlete of her generation, and or even one of the greatest pound for pound athletes, irrespective of weight class. Excitedly, with the 2024 World Classic Championships fast approaching, the defending champion, apparently on paper, could be on the cusp of claiming an unprecedented fourth world title. Her projected baseline total projection for the impending battle at the upcoming IPF World Classic Championships ranges between 436.93 kilograms and 437.04 kilograms, alongside her worst case scenario total, which stands between 417.49 kilograms and 432.98 kilograms, which pinpoints the viable possibility of the current world record total of 431.5 kilograms could very much be on the verge of being shattered. However, with the advent of the Sheffield Championships, there could be less impetus to perform at one's full athletic potential at the IPF World, due in some instances to the lack of available prize money. But does Tiffany have the luxury of not performing at her full physiological ability at the upcoming IPF World Championships? Tiffany, at least on paper, appears to be the favorite to lay claim to the world title. But USA's Jessica Espinal, who was last season's IPF World Classic silver medalist, currently poses as the closest challenger to the 3 times IPF World Champion to deny her a 4th historic title.
And if she can get into the 420s, she's starting to set the pace for Worlds.
This is her first pull into the 400-pound mark on the platform.
Asking for the bar to be cleaned. This is going to chew into her time a little bit. She's still got 40 seconds, plenty of time. Oh my goodness, with ease and room to spare. That is an easy 422 for Jessica Espinal, and there's kilos left on the table. How many, we don't know, Adriana.
In the previous season, Tiffany convincingly defeated Jessica by a margin of 12 kilograms, which is 6.82 kilograms below the historic average margin of 18.82 kilograms between gold and silver medalists at prior IPF World Classic Championships. This season, Jessica has substantially reduced Tiffany's leading margin to 9.5 kilograms prior to the World Championships with a recent jaw-dropping total of 422 kilograms. Such essentially equates to a 52.5 kilograms % reduction in parallel to last season, whereby Tiffany had a relatively comfortable 20 kilograms leading margin whilst entering the 2023 IPF World Championships. Consequently, a significant dent in Tiffany's current global leading margin could be indicative of a possible highly contentious battle that may transpire for the world to bear witness between Tiffany and Jessica for their second head-to-head. For instance, Jessica's baseline total projection ranges between 425.81 kilograms and 426.34 kilograms, alongside a worst-case scenario projection between 425.22 kilograms and 425.75 kilograms, in direct parallel to Tiffany's highlighted baseline total projection, which ranges between 436.93 kilograms and 437.04 kilograms. In stark contrast to Tiffany's last season's baseline total projection, IPF World Classic Championships, which stood between 435.55 kilograms and 435.61 kilograms, dwarfing Jessica's baseline total projection, which ranged between 410.54 kilograms and 411.42 kilograms. In the end, on average, she achieved 0.78% above her highlighted projected figures versus Jessica's average attainment, which oppositely stood 1.97% below her projected baseline figures. Subsequently, Jessica's baseline projection, ranging between 425.22 kilograms and 425.75 kilograms, quantifiably represents a progression between 3.63% and 3.72%. In parallel to Jessica's projected progression, which ranges between 0.32% and 0.33%. Last season, post-Sheffield, even though Tiffany achieved an average attainment of 98.03% of her baseline projections at the following 2023 IPF World Classic Championships. Consequently, her progression comparatively dipped slightly by 4 kilograms or 0.93% at the IPF Championships as she went up against Jessica for the first time. While Jessica's total progressed by 0.97% with a total of 412.5 kilograms, once compared with her 2023 Powerlifting American National Trials winning total of 408.5 kilograms prior to competing at the championships. Theoretically, if Jessica were to experience a further 0.97% progression on top of her season best total of 422 kilograms, such could result in a total of 426.09 kilograms, which is slightly below her top-end baseline projected figure of 426.34 kilograms. Subsequently, a 0.93% regression on the part of the world leader would effectively result in a total of 427.5 kilograms. As such, providing only a leading margin of only 1.41 kilograms, which would be still enough to possibly clinch the world title once more. It's worth noting that such close proximity between both athletes wouldn't be unusual within the history of the 47 or 48 kilograms weight class. For instance, at the 2017 IPF World Classic Championships, both Heather Connor and Stina had a close matchup. This ultimately resulted in a 0 kilograms margin between the gold and silver medalists.
That's
Only
why
the openers.
you should make plans to only have 3 big ones.
Let's see. She's going for gold.
She's going for the gold medal.
Okay, this is for the gold.
If she hits this and Heather misses her last dead.
This is a total European record as well. So this chick's been working away on multiple goals here.
There's a lot on the line.
Certainly is 165.
International
This is for the
records at
title.
stake.
European record deadlift. Get behind this lady.
There's a lot at stake here.
Height.
Come on, come on, come on,
Wow.
come on,
I think she's got
come on.
it.
She's done it.
Nicely done.
Yes, she
Yes.
got it.
3-1.
Well, we have to change.
There's your champion.
2.5 kilo jump.
Yeah, she only needs to tie the total.
So
She's lighter in body weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heather needs this
So
to
she's gonna pull. It's only a 2.5 kilo jump from her second attempt. Second attempt moved pretty smoothly.
Easy, yeah.
and Scream Emmanuel is in a state of shock. I'm watching him. He just can't bear it. He's going to pass out.
He looks pretty concerned, doesn't he?
He's more nervous
think
than
he's-
Heather.
He's more nervous than she is.
I think he's the most concerned person in the house. Now,
Scream Emmanuel's going to vomit. He can't even watch. He's crying.
this is for the
Here
World
we go.
Championships.
This is for the world title right here, right
Come
now.
on, girl. You can do this.
47 kilo open women's class.
She's just got to hold it together. Here she goes. She holds it with a smile.
She's won the World Championships.
She's
Heather
just won it
Carter
for sure.
of
She's
the
got
US
it.
is your world
She's got it.
champion.
Jessica's average meet KPI score stands at 86.43%, which is 1.66% above the defending champion's average meet KPI score of 84.77%. Such illustrates that Jessica is likely to achieve or above her set baseline projections, including at a higher efficiency rate than Tiffany. To illustrate Jessica's efficiency rate even further, her overall historical reliability currently stands at 86.43%, which includes a squat reliability of 91.67%, bench at 77.03%, and deadlift at 70.62%. Tiffany, in parallel, overall historical reliability currently stands at 27.80%. However, at the Sheffield Championships earlier in February, Tiffany's meet reliability stood at 94.45%, which showcases her ability to perform at a relatively high efficiency rate without experiencing failure. To emphasize the potential close matchup even further and how the battle between the two athletes may unfold, we need to foremost consider the probability of both athletes achieving their individual baseline projections. On average, Tiffany historically achieved 99.30% of her projected baseline squat, which currently stands between a world record-breaking 163.61 kilograms and 164.63 kilograms. If Tiffany were to achieve her average squat attainment of 99.30%, it would equate to a baseline squat projection of 162.46 kilograms to 163.48 kilograms. This indicates that Tiffany significantly outperforms Jessica in the squat discipline. Jessica typically achieves above 0.93% of her baseline squat projection, resulting in a baseline squat projection ranging between 144.83 kilograms and 145.18 kilograms. This gives Jessica a probable 17.28 kilograms to 18.65 kilograms leading margin over Tiffany. Before the upcoming IPF World Classic Championships, Tiffany squatted 165 kilograms, 3.5 kilograms above a world record squat of 161.5 kilograms, but reportedly at a body weight of 49.4 kilograms. It remains to be seen if this highlighted squat can be replicated on the platform. At the 2022 French Youth Athletic Strength Championships, Tiffany competed in the 52 kilograms weight class at a body weight of 49.2 kilograms and finished with a squat of 165.5 kilograms. However, at the 2022 IPF World Classic Championships, her squat was reduced to 160.5 kilograms. Comparing this to her season best squat of 155 kilograms at the French Elite Athletic Strength Championships over 2 months prior, while competing as a 47 or 48 kilograms athlete, represented a progression of 3.43%. While Jessica may in fact, on average, historically rely more on the bench to build her totals, which accounts for 23.03% of her totals, 0.62% higher than Tiffany's. Jessica tends to achieve 96.93% of her projected bench baselines, which could consequently result in a baseline projection between 93.78 kilograms and 93.97 kilograms. On the other hand, Tiffany, who is the current world record holder with a bench of 100 kilograms.
Yes, it is. This is the world record.
5 kilo jump, and that's a big jump for a 47 kilo lifter jump.
It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because if she went 97 and a half, she might use up all the energy she needed for it. I think it's a smart move. And her opener was fast.
In this particular situation, there's no other 47s that are just breathing down her neck here. However, it is a battle with every single other world champion in the mix. She has aspirations for a big total and didn't like how that rack height looked. Backed out of it. Looking to back double into it. There we are. Quick adjustment. A little bit of drama before a world record attempt.
Well, hopefully she had the clock reset, so that's not still ticking down. Sure, I would have heard the speaker say if we were short on time. Oh, we are short on time, but she's made it.
And Turbo Tiff looks like she hit that world record. Yep. 3 for 3 in only her second attempt.
Tends to achieve 1.25% above her average baseline bench projections, which quantifiably equates to a world record bench baseline projection ranging between 101.25 kilograms and 102.87 kilograms. If purely accounting for Jessica's year-on-year progression rate, the clash in the bench may be slightly closer. Her baseline bench projection stands between 96.75 kilograms and 96.95 kilograms versus Tiffany, whose baseline projection stands between 100 kilograms and 101.60 kilograms, alongside a worst-case bench ranging between 92.96 kilograms and 100.54 kilograms. Jessica's competition best bench stands at 97.5 kilograms, which she achieved in the 2022 season. However, she has consecutively regressed, on average, by 3.5% ever since. Incredibly, whilst preparing for the IPF Worlds, Jessica benches 90 kilograms for 6 reps, which would theoretically equate to a bench press of 102.13 kilograms, basically world record territory. Seeing that both athletes tend to rely significantly on the deadlift to build their totals, for example, Tiffany's average deadlift reliance accounts for 40.55% of her total. However, Jessica's reliance stands at 42.25%, which is reasonable to assume that we may witness Jessica rely significantly on the deadlift to effectively counter Tiffany for the world title, was a weaker deadlift. Jessica's baseline deadlift projection stands between 184.73 kilograms and 184.77 kilograms, alongside a worst-case deadlift projection between 182.36 kilograms and 182.40 kilograms. Historically, she tends to exceed her baseline deadlift projection on average by 1.22%, which if achieved whilst outright slugging it out with Tiffany, a likely scenario for her would be a baseline projection between 184.58 kilograms and 184.63 kilograms, especially with her reasonably high deadlift reliability of 70.62%, which is 17.37% above the group's average reliability, which includes most 47 or 48 kilograms athletes that has achieved an all-time top 10 deadlift. Her noted level of reliability heightens the expectation of her achieving her baseline deadlift projection and possibly surpassing her projected top-end baseline of 184.77 kilograms. Tiffany, as previously mentioned, has a weaker deadlift in comparison to Jessica. On average, she tends to achieve 0.56% above her projected baseline deadlifts, which equates between 170.95 kilograms and 172 kilograms, slightly above her baseline projection of 170 kilograms to 171.05 kilograms. However, her overall deadlift reliability stands at 37.77%, which is below the group's average of 53.25%. This suggests that Tiffany is more likely to fail a deadlift attempt, which may ultimately cost her dearly. It's worth noting that in her last 3 meets, Tiffany has maintained a 100% deadlift reliability, while Jessica had a slightly lower reliability of 91.67%. Given Jessica's track record of high performance and efficiency compared to Tiffany's lower efficiency or reliability, especially with a low-end worst-case projection of 417.49 kilograms versus Jessica's lower-end worst-case projection of 425.22 kilograms. This could be a significant factor in determining the outcome, particularly for the defending champion if she wants to keep her world title. Nonetheless, the anticipated showdown between Tiffany and Jessica seemed destined to go down in the sports history books.